Good old Senator Chris Murphy has proposed a $4,709 tax stamp from the 200 to the 0 to the 4,700. Why? $200 when the NFA was enacted to now times current inflation equals apparently $4,709. Welcome to Lock and Load Podcast. My name is Josh, where we talk about Connecticut 2A issues. Today, we are going to be talking about the tax stamp that has been changed from $200 to $0. We'll also talk about Chris Murphy's proposal to bring that up to $4,709. So, January 1st, tax stamps were brought down to $0. I'm going to try to stay away from the word eliminated because the process is still there. So, Form 4s are how you transfer a NFA item, National Firearms Act, like a suppressor, from a dealer to an individual. And that used to require a $200 federal tax stamp. It was literally a stamp that was $200 that they would put on the paperwork, especially when you mailed it back, when you used to mail it. Now everything is done electronically. Nowadays, it's a $0 tax stamp. There's still a stamp that says $0 and it's still put on there electronically. That's how we do our paperwork. Oh, normally the NFA, obviously the government shutdown had a slight factor in the delay times. But prior to the electronic system really getting up and going, it used to take about 12 months to get your suppressors back. Then everything kind of sped up and it was down to 2 days on average. Still had some people taking some weeks and whatever, but I would say about 95% of the population was taking about 2 days. January 1st rolls around, tax stamp goes to $0. On average, the NFA had about 2,500 submissions a day. January 1st, they had 150,000 submissions day one. January 1st was a holiday. I was closed. Most stores are closed. That's a ton of submissions. We opened up on the 2nd. And probably did about a dozen submissions. It took literally 8 hours to push through those dozen submissions. It was a horrible system. And not in the aspect of the system being bad. It's actually a decent system. It couldn't handle the bandwidth traffic, which is what we kind of expected because you have everyone and their mother logging onto the system on a Friday, day after the holiday. They want to get their $0 tax stamp. And it was just a mess. It crashed halfway through applications. It was bad. Sunday, so Saturday was kind of about the same. Sunday, the 3rd at that point, was a little bit better, which is what I suspected because there's a lot of stores that are closed on Sundays, not just in Connecticut, but across the nation, and Mondays. And we're not. We're open 7 days a week unless it's a major federal holiday. So we, pushed them through. People came in and bought new ones. That was cool. We had a lot of we had the buy now, file laters. So if you bought one from us and haven't filed yet, come on down and get the paperwork going. Still got 2 cubes full of them that need their paperwork going here. So we've continuously done this, right? People come in, buy a suppressor, whatever the case may be, ordering suppressors. There's a little supply and demand issue happening right now. So I'll take the example of the Silencer Co. Sparrow 22. Great can, especially for the price. It's $350 can. It's rated 17, 22 LR, 22 Win, and 5.7. And if you stumble across a full auto, it's full auto rated too. The can is a great can, and we try to stock them all the time. The other day, I went into RSR group to go grab some more, and last time I checked, there was about 2,500 cans in there, and then poof, 0. Across the board, there are no Sparrows. I think we have 2 left right now at the time of this filming. This will get uploaded probably in a week or so who knows if we have them at that point. The process is it's been okay lately. We haven't had really any server crashing, which has been good. And then there's an error right at the end here where you have to hit submit a few times. That has happened. That continues to happen. The amount of times we had to hit submit and it process was about up to 40 times. So it takes anywhere from 1 to 40 times to click that button. But a lot of them lately, yesterday, the day before that, have all been like the one, hit the button the one time and it goes through, which has been pretty great. Now, what's turnaround time? Turnaround time right now is averaging about 10 business days, so about 2 weeks, but I feel confident in quoting people under a month. And that's really all I'm going to kind of quote people is about under a month. just because you never know with the volume of people still applying, right? We still have 2 cubes full of suppressors waiting for people to do paperwork. I'm sure that's not a just lock and load thing. So we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. I do think it'll get better in the long run. Once everyone gets the craze out, I think it'll get a lot better and smoother and probably back down to under a week, maybe 2 days again. Who knows? But we will definitely inform you guys and keep you updated on that. We do post on our Facebook page, Lock and Load Firearms LLC, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, the times. So every now and again, when we get a form back, we'll zoom in on the forum, screenshot the times, throw them up on Facebook, just let you guys know like what the current eForms times are. So you guys can make a decision on whether you want to go and file one now, you want to wait. Another problem with getting cans is been the bigger calibers or the multi-caliber cans. Would love to get some 46 caliber cans and cannot say. I just ran out of Omega 36Ms as well. So the popular cans, they're getting a little harder to find. I'm sure they'll catch back up, and I'm sure hopefully 3 months from now, we'll be fine with suppressors again. On all of that, SBRs are also now $0 tax stamps. That is something we don't do in-house here. Not because we can't. I guess it is because we can't. When you own the firearm, you are submitting the request to turn it into a short barrel rifle or short barrel shotgun, SBR or SBS. We are not doing that from lock and load standpoint. The only stuff we would do is like if we ordered you a short barrel shotgun or a short barrel rifle or something like that, then we'd be doing a Form 4 to you, like a suppressor, but a Form 1 is requesting to build it into a short barrel rifle. So that is something you do on your end. Now, we do fingerprints in-house here. They are $50. You get them on a flash drive, and we do the passport photo here too, so you don't have to do that stuff again, and then you never have to do them again. So that's great. I can assist you, but it's not a service we offer because it's on your ATF eForms account. So if you need help with that, reach out to us one-on-one. We can either set up a time and help you with that, but it's not something like that's normally offered or something that we do in-house or most stores do in-house because it's not our system. It's not our item. It's you requesting everything. So if you want to hear more about that, I can do a video, I guess, comment below on that. And then the last part, I've brought this up before about good old Senator Chris Murphy, sarcasm there. He has proposed a $4,709 tax stamp. So from the 200 to the 0 to the 4,700. Why? You got to give credit where credit is due on the anti-gun math. $200 from when the NFA was enacted to the tax stamp was enacted under the NFA to now times current inflation equals apparently $4,709. It's not going to pass, right? Right now. I think there could be a concern after the midterms because financial bills only require 51 votes. So I think we have 53 seats in the Senate. By we, I mean Republicans. Oh, I don't know. Watch out this election, guys. We will be covering elections this upcoming year on Lock and Load Podcast, especially the state level stuff. We'll inform you guys on this stuff. We'll probably we're gonna have some more guests on. We're working on that right now. We're gonna try to get them scheduled, see if we can get anyone before the session starts. We do have an upcoming legislative session as well, and that starts very, very soon. We have a video coming up on that, or actually it'll be right before this video. So make sure you guys pay attention to this stuff. It is super important. We can flip this state. We just need to vote better, guys. We need the gun owners that watch these videos to go out and vote, tell a friend, and get out there and vote. You'll hear me say that a lot more throughout the year. If you guys have questions, drop them below in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is where we generate, some sort of that's where we generate some sort of revenue. So like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share it on Facebook too. We're getting lots of videos there. And then if you ever see our reels, guys, smash the like button on those or make a comment. Those little short videos, that helps the algorithm and definitely helps us. My name's Josh, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Lock and Load Podcast is sponsored by Lock and Load Firearms, Connecticut's #1 rated gun store and pistol permit class on Google. Come check us out, 1573 Meriden Waterbury Turnpike in Southington. Lock and Load Firearms.
Lock and Load Podcast is also sponsored by Patriot Wear Holsters, custom-made Kydex holsters locally made in Waterbury, Connecticut. www.patriotwearholster.com and use code LNLPodcast for 10% off your purchase. Orders available for shipping or pickup at various locations.